Hello, and welcome back to Wario Land Shake It, in which we're not doing this one. We're not doing this one ever again. We finished the Rattle Runes, and we finished it for real this time, not this fake finish where we have to come back and do bonus levels. No, done for good. But what we're not done for good with is the Wiggly Wilds, because we are continuing our noble, and may I say sacred quest, to raise our percentages at the bottom right screen to 100, in which they'll be full, and we'll have completed the full Randall of Wario Land Shake It. This is a sneak peek. They don't get any tougher. Oh, and there's a secret map here. So we didn't see this in the previous level because we had unlocked all of the secret levels already. But if you go into a level where there's a secret map and you haven't collected already, the Murph will let you know, like, hey, there's a secret map here. And then once you find it in the level, there's sparkles, which we didn't get to see previously because, you know, we'd already collected all of the secret maps for Rattle Runes in the normal levels. But this one, we have a secret level with a secret map inside it. So we get to see this feature, which is exactly why I planned it, this LP this way. So sneak peek, you get the secret map in Mount Lava Lava, which you can see here on the screen. But sneak peek, we will now play the video game instead of stalling in the, well, not really stalling, but we're in the opening. Sneak peek. Finish before the clock hits 2 minutes. Beat the stage without taking damage. Collect 40,000 coins. Don't get crushed by any boulders. Defeat the golden enemy. Beat the stage without using the checkpoint. Hop off boulders 5 times in a row. So sneak peek, it's an alternate version of Mount Lava Lava where we got the map for it. Not that you have to get the map for the level in that the level that it's an alternate version of. It just conveniently worked out that way. A lot of the times it does work out that way. Just like this time. But sometimes maybe not. Maybe in exactly the next level of this episode or something. So sneak peek, an alternate version of Mount Lava Lava, and sneak peek, it's a good name. It's a good name for a level because it's, you know, it's a good pun, like, oh, you know, it's a mountain, so it's a peak, and sneak peek is a phrase, and so it's a good pun. I'm not going to say it's a great pun because not a whole lot of sneaking happening on the sneak peek. The sneak peek, not a particularly sneaky peeky. We are taking the sneaky peeky of the sneak peek because, you know, we're looking at the sneak peek, and it's not aware that we're looking at it. So it's a sneaky peeky of the sneak peek, but not particularly that sneaky of a peeky. But it, you know, I was about to like loop again, and you know, I feel like I looped once as a joke, and I was like, wait, no, I'm just gonna keep looping. I felt like I had gotten my brain into a bad spot. Oh, and that volcano almost bumped me into lava. I thought money would fall down again, but the game got me. It had conditioned me to think, oh yes, money's going to fall down from there, and then the money didn't come. Can I destroy you by throwing a guy at you? You can kill a Bumbleprod by throwing a guy at it. How novel. I don't feel like that's novel. We've probably done that before, but for some reason I had never used my brain to think about it. So a sneak peek can be done in a single run, but as I have written in my notes, probably won't happen. A, because, hey, there's the don't touch the checkpoint, and I'm probably just going to go ahead and hit the checkpoint for safety. Maybe not if I'm feeling spicy, but we'll see how I'm feeling when we get to the end of the level, if I'm going to hit the checkpoint or not. But I don't think we'll do this in a single run. I literally wrote my notes. I don't think we'll do this in a single run. So we'll just play it by ear, see where it takes us. Speaking of playing it by ear, there's a crackpot there. So crackpots, I remember them being in 2 levels in the video game, and this wasn't one of those 2 levels. Turns out that they're in a few more areas than I had previously believed them to be, and I want to get rid of that drill dozer. In fact, what I'll do is I'll Earthshake Punch, I'll grab the drill dozer, and use the drill dozer as ammunition, and then the Banded Arrow can't do anything to me that I don't want it to not do to me. However you would rephrase that to make sense. Doesn't matter. But yeah, there's more crackpots in the video game than I thought there were. So whoops, my bad. Still very strange that they made an octopus enemy and then they didn't use it at all. And then they were like, well, where do we use it? Well, you know, we have a semi-aquatic level. Sure, that makes sense. And then they're like, volcano. Yes, makes sense. Maybe octopi do stuff in volcanoes, and I just don't know. Also, that arrangement there is neat. If you do a big ground pound, you won't be able to get the diamond because then you'll fall straight to the bottom. You won't have the time to climb back up and do the big ground pound to get through the thing. So you do a bunch of little ground pounds and you get to the end and do a big ground pound, and let's go ahead and dodge you, because you could cause problems. There's a volcano up there. Did you already spit? Oh, he already spat. Oh, no, we're gonna go. I said that we probably wouldn't do this on a single run. And even though it's still technically in the possible range, like I could reset, I'm not gonna sweat it. It's fine. I'm just gonna accept that we need to do a second run. I should probably open my eyes. I closed my eyes like indignantly, like, no, why am I doing? I should just go ahead and reset. But no. I already accepted that we probably wouldn't do this in a single run. So we'll just you know, play by ear. We'll have a good time. I'm not gonna worry about the fact that we failed the mission, and it's possible to do it in a single run. And also, I don't get what's up with those stairs over there. Not stairs, ladders, different. Stairs, ladders, different things. it doesn't matter because stairs, ladders. Really, what is the difference? I'm complicating that old step ladders versus ladders thing by entering stairs into the mix as well. Like who's to say that they're not stairs? If you use them a certain way, they're basically stairs. Also the secret map there. I like that secret map because you go back there and you're like, you might not think to go back there because like you can like barely see that there's an area over there. Like, I mean, you'll probably climb up this and climb down there and then be like, oh, area. You go back there and there's nothing. And, you know, this is a secret level, so you've already, you know, discovered... You know, it's a secret level, so you already know about the existence of secret maps. But do you shoot in the same location every time? Okay, it looks like it shoots in the same location every time. So you know about the existence of secret maps. So you'd go back into that area with nothing in it and probably go, oh, you know, there's probably a secret map back there. So it's just nice. I enjoy it. It took a lot of thought to get that out, and I think this is probably the best way to do this. Had we tried to Earthshake Punch before, you know, we would have gotten locked out of this area, so now it's just, you know, I Earthshake Punch to both stun the volcano and also drop that block down, because with the block drop down, you know, we had a convenient place to shake out our bags and not have to worry about it. And what should... Actually, is that a... No, I can't make the jump up there. For a second, I was like, oh, I bet I could use this guy to jump over there. But now I'm just seeing pitchforks and assuming there are things we could do with the pitchforks. Let's just go ahead and just throw you off into forever. Now, how am I... This guy's kind of an annoying spot, because if I hop off... Yeah, I'll just hop off, and that's probably the best way to do this. Because if we land in the wrong spot, they'll get stunned, and then we could get bumped off, and I do not want to get bumped off. So... Oh, actually, this was a bad idea, because now... This is exactly what I was saying. Now that they're stunned, if I were to jump over there, I would try to jump over there, and I'd probably land on his head, and since he's stunned, it would just go badly for me. But now, you know, I bumped into him, scooted him over, made some room, so I want to hold on to you, because as we saw, there was a switch down there I would like to hit, and or, even if we can't hit the switch, I might throw it at the, I was going to say throw it at the flip stang, but then I was like, well, if I hit the flip stang, that probably just destroy both of them. But no. It just... The band and arrow. The band and arrow was the one that got. Because you want to come down here, because down here, there's your golden friend. The golden friend got the golden money that you crave, and also your mission for destroying the golden enemy. So it's important to come down here. And there's just a lot of things that could go wrong. I mean, you've already taken damage, so I'm already freed from, like, if something goes wrong, I'm not super-duper worried about it, because, you know, we've already accepted in our hearts that we'll be doing a second run. And these pitchforks keep, like almost like getting me and like scaring me. And also, speaking of scaring me, there's a little scary face over there. It's a scary face of like a dinosaur, like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, a big scary friend with small arms, a good dinosaur. Not as great as the best one, who we all know is the Triceratops. And nobody's going to disagree with that, because, you know, science, etc. Not important. I don't know a good place to shake this bag, so I'm just going to shake it here and hope majority of the money doesn't land in the lava. Because now we're in we're near the Murphles, is what I was going to say. I was going to say the end game of the level, but it's not really the end game, because then there's a post-hold. But we're near the Murphle, so we should be a little careful, because there's this Donkey Kong-esque little area near the end. It's not exactly Donkey Kong, but you know, we're hopping over things. We're not trying not to get squished. There's an ape at the end we must kill. There's no ape at the end we must kill. It's just boulders and lava, because you know we're right at the end. It would have been sad if we got squished. Now we can do this in a single run, but we can't because I've already gotten hurt. So we're going to come back here for a second run. Should we just do... Perhaps we should hit the thing now, because we're going to go for money. But we're... We have to come back for a second run, so I'm going to go... I'm going to hit the checkpoint. I made the executive decision to hit the checkpoint, because we're going to... Oh, no, wait, I was not going to hit the... No, yes, we're going to hit the checkpoint. That way, you know, if we mess up, we can just restart, and we can see, because now I can just go, oh, no, never mind. We're restarting because I hit the checkpoint. No problems whatsoever. That way we can knock out as many things as we can and not have to worry about it. Because I was... Okay. I feel like I just kind of motor mouthed there without actually explaining my train of thought. My train of thought was, you know, if we just go ahead and Because, we're going for money right now. We had a good run for, like, boulders and stuff. Like, oh, shoot, I didn't do jump off the boulder a bunch of times. So, see, this is so perfect. I wish I had thought about this before we started the thing, but I like, started to get, like, tunnel vision. I forgot that there are 2 boulder things. We need to not be squished by them. But we also need to jump off a whole bunch of them. By a whole bunch, I mean 5 in a row. And they don't have to be different boulders. They just need to be the same boulders. So this is probably the best spot to do it, because you can just hop off this one boulder, hop up on the big one, just keep going until you get the thing. It's not a problem. I wish I had remembered to do it before we hit the checkpoint, so I didn't have to keep restarting like this over and over again. But, maybe in the process of jumping up here to get on the boulder, maybe I would have gotten squished, and that would have been sad. But we're doing 2 runs anyway, so maybe I'm wasting my time. No, I'm not wasting my time, because on the next time, we don't have a checkpoint friend to protect us. And then, maybe something will go wrong, and then I'll be sad, and then I'll never not be sad for the rest of my life. Yeah, just normal stuff. We all experience these, so it's fine. It's cool. Okay, so I don't think we'll manage to get time on this, but this one seems like it could be an interesting one to get time on, since there's these boulders that immediately fall. So, like, if you start shaking at the wrong time, you'll get stuck behind these boulders and, cost a few seconds. Also, if you're not careful, a big boy will fly out of nowhere and try and squish you. And I'm missing a treasure. I think there's a treasure in this post-world sequence, so I'm not too worried about it. Oh, that's mean. They lined up that volcano. Oh, all the volcanoes are lined up with the grabby poles. I see that there's a thing going on here. They're like, oh, hey, we have grabby climby things that we want. And I waited there because I was like, oh, I shouldn't get hit with the fire, but I've already been hurt. I don't know why. It's just, I guess, habit. Like, oh, I shouldn't get hit with the things. Because they were very mean with the placement of these volcanoes. By that, very mean, I mean, it's a video game. So they designed a challenge using the volcanoes in which they position them in such a way that they're lined up with the grabby pole. So if you're on the grabby pole, you can get hit with the fire. And then lose your challenge and be very sad about it, and then continue to be sad for the rest. Normal stuff. Oh, that boulder almost got me, but it's fine because we came in here, got our stone hockey mask, and we can continue onwards. I didn't mention the treasures in this level until that one, but the third one on the list, the second one that we collected, the sapphire, pretty good pun. It's a sapphire that's also on fire. Yeah, it's a pretty basic pun. But it's a good one. It's a good one. We can forgive. We are definitely not making it out on time for this one. So maybe it's a bad thing that I didn't use the checkpoint. Because now if I biff it like on time, I'll have to restart the entire level. So hopefully we won't biff it on time. And that's the best we can do. Oh, I probably should have ran for this little alcove. Because if we got in the alcove, we could have hid there for a moment. But it's fine. We'll just wait here for the boulders to come so we can collect that silver. And was that enough? That might have been enough to knock us over. Yep, now we have all the money we need. No more money required. That being said, I will still turn around here. Because if we come up here, there is more money that we can get if we're not bad at this video game. Because you can come over here, and only with a dash can you make it up to that area with the silver coins. But I'm not too worried about it. We don't need any more money. It's not that difficult of a challenge. We might as well just come this way, because you come this way, there's a few more coins that you can collect, and you can just come up here and climb up the ladder, and then get scared when you see these boomed and arrows, like, uh-oh, I'm gonna take damage. But you don't have to worry about taking damage anymore. And I don't know why I keep, we're good. Yep, we're good. Okay, so next time we will not hit the checkpoint, we won't get hurt, we'll get out on time. I'm suddenly very self-conscious about having used the checkpoint, but it's fine, because I reset it a couple times. So I made good use of the checkpoint. Thumbs up, I suppose. Hope for the best on the next run. I might have made a huge mistake. So, I've already reset this once and had to replay from the beginning because right when you get here, you're like, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna start my runaway segment. I ran out there and got hit by that boulder, which was bad and made me sad. But it's fine. It's fine because sometimes. You're just bad and sad. Speaking of bad and sad, these volcanoes in such a difficult spot where they're going to try and harass us. And I'll do an Earthshake Punch so I can stop the big man up here from spitting on us so we can continue onwards. Okay, so we have a minute to get out of here. We're about to do a couple segments with boulders like this one. If we manage to hit these things right in the middle or get on top, like in this case, we don't have to worry about the wood crate falling down and wasting a little bit of time like it did with that one. And I'm not sure if it'd be faster to go down the ladder, so I'm just going to go this way. I wasted a little time there by not hitting the thing properly. Now, what's going to happen here? Now, this is where the 2 boulders come, so we're just going to be quick about this. Instead of like hiding there for the boulders, I'll just come over here. I'll just go ahead and try, instead of being like careful with it, like hiding and waiting, I'll just hesitate a little bit, which will save us a little bit of time. So we have a little bit under 30 seconds to escape out of here. I probably should have gone the other way. The other way probably would have been faster. Not entirely sure. We'll risk it with the ladder, because if we can get up this ladder, fine, no problem. We just fall and we're out and we're good. So we should be good. There should be no problems, because we just come down here. We're out. We're good. We've completed all of the things, which is great, because I, like I said, I got squished by that boulder immediately and had to restart. So there we go. Had a good time in the volcano. It's fun to have a good time in a volcano, not have to be like, hey, this is the 8th volcano stage in the game, Wario Land 3, where you can just come and appreciate a volcano and not have to go, oh, well, this is like the 800 millionth volcano I've seen in the video game. So now we're safe and sound. I said safe. I was like, okay, I'm gonna say safe and sound, but in my brain I was like, I don't remember the phrase. I was like safe, and I was like another S word, and I was like, what's the other S word? What's the second S word? And the second thing that came to mind was smooth. So safe and smooth, like you'd be safe and smooth if you do your skincare routine every night, which, not to be an old weird man or anything, but it's very strange that like all of a sudden it became very popular to talk about skincare routines and such. Not that it's bad. Skincare routines, obviously, important to take care of your epidermis. Although, one could argue that lava, that like such that we found in Sneak Peek, is the ultimate skincare, because you apply it to your skin and your skin is taken care of. And isn't the goal of all human beings with epidermis, such as you and I, to remove the pesky skin and be rid of it so we can become skeleton, the spooky thing that we all crave to be? The game says they don't get any tougher than Sneak Peek, but I think Lowdown Depths may make a liar out of the game, because this one will be tough for sure. I assume that's a step down from they don't get any tougher, and I assume that they don't get any tougher because this one has 7 missions, this one has 6. I don't know, but the missions are to finish before the clock hits 155, beat the stage without taking damage, collect 42,000 coins, don't use any max fast velocity dash raiders, defeat the golden enemy, and break all stone blocks. I think that's the way it's worded. So Lowdown Depths is an alternate version of Savannah Valley, not another Mount Lava Lava, even though we got the map in Mount Lava Lava. They're not always alternate versions of the level you got the map in, but they're always alternate versions of the world you're in. And Savannah Valley was in Wiggly Wilds. And also, something interesting about Lowdown Depths, one of the 2 levels, there might be a third one I'm thinking about, but I think there's 2 immediate escape sequences in the video game. They're not as immediate as the immediate escape levels in Wario Land 4, in which, you start the level and literally immediately have to escape because you fall and hit the frog switch and have to hurry up! Which, I don't think that was a bad impression, actually, now that I think about it. I thought that was going to come out much worse sounding, but not bad. Not bad. But, it's doing what it can with the game mechanics, and we can appreciate a thing that's trying its best. Speaking of trying its best, I think I would have fallen into the spikes there had I not jumped, but then I panicked. But it's fine. We're going to be going for coins and for the stone blocks this run through. So say goodbye to the golden enemy. Golden enemy, unfortunately, out of our range, we would have had to stop and throw an enemy at it if we wanted to do a ding dang thing about it. And we don't got time for that. If we want to get money, if we want to get the honey from the money, we gotta be quick. And we're also going for treasures as well, which I didn't mention. Not that it's not important, not throwing a wrinkle in things. It's just I tend to route around the missions, because the missions tend to be more difficult in my brain to like, oh, well, how am I going to do this one? Which ones can I mix? Oh, that was actually perfect. I was starting to think like, oh no, I turned too early. But luckily, that was just like the right time to turn. Although I will admit, it wasn't like, oh, great reflexes on this boy. No, it was entirely luck that worked out. Like see right there, that worked out very badly for me. Which we only have 2 minutes left. We're obviously not making time. I never thought we'd make time on this one. But I'm not sure if we'll be able to actually literally make it out. Oh, nope, I need to turn around for that one. Because that's going to be the kicker. Oh, nope, no, I'm not sure if we'll be able to make it out. But we're gonna, if I keep hitting this freaking wall, we won't. Oh, nope, I should probably turn once I get up here. So yeah, but we're definitely not going to make it out in time. But, we'll just try our best, see where it gets us. And then, if we have to take another crack at it, there's no problem. We just gotta be chill. We're playing a video game. We're here to have fun. There's no reason to freak out. And, just because things, you gotta do them a couple times, it's not a problem. Now, something that might throw you for a loop is you might see that staircase pattern and think, oh, I should go up there. But if you do that, then you'll miss out on the last 4 stone blocks in the level. A bit rude, a bit crude, but you know, it's fine. It's totally fine. We're totally not making out of the level now. I'm not too worried about like, oh, we hurt ourselves because, you know, like I said, we're gonna have to do 3 runs. I'm sure we'll eventually do this without hurting ourselves. But we'll just make it as far as the level as I can, and then we'll just like cut there, and then, you know, hopefully not mess it up on you know, attempt dose. We'll, you know, just do our best and then just continue onwards. No reason to cry over spilt eggs, as the saying goes. And before we go over there, we can come over here. Nope. I remember the diamond being on this bottom level. I'll just go ahead and run out of here, because we run out of here, it'll respawn the elevator, and then we can, you know, just. Do we have a second crack getting this diamond? Can we time this out where we could jump up? No. Okay, we can't time that out, so where we jump up on there and get the diamond. Maybe if I, like, really cut this jump, like if I jump up onto that ledge immediately, maybe we can. I'm not sure about that. We are currently missing 8,000 gold. I'm not sure what the rest of the level looks like in terms of gold. So hopefully we're doing fine. There were a bunch of big gold coins we missed out on that could be a problem. And you know what? I was going to sit here and wait for the Shake King to take me, but I will not go gentle into that good shake.
Hello there.
Okay, so we have a bit more time. Just need to make that jump, and now that we've made that jump, we should be good. I don't know if this will be enough money, and if it's not, I'll just be silently upset and do this again, but it's fine. It's fine. I won't be upset. We're definitely not making that money unless there's a diamond or some gold over here. I forgot, because no, we're like 3,000 gold short. Yeah, we're right at the end. That's a shame, but I've been doing this for a little too long to to be too upset about it. I guess I'll do a money run at some point, because there is a bunch of gold that we could possibly get. I was going to say from the golden enemy, but we literally cannot shake the golden enemy. We can only hit him with an enemy, make him come down, drop his stuff. So I suppose we can turn this into 4 runs. I'm doing this for like just this level for 30 minutes. And you know, I never, the Wiimote's D-pad's starting to hurt my fingers. Which seems like a very baby thing to complain about. Like, oh, the video game controller hurting my fingers. Especially since it's nowhere near as sharp as the stupid NES controller. I don't know how they got away with making the NES controller as sharp as it was. I used to have these gross looking calluses on my hands from playing a bunch of NES games. And just like, you know, this is nowhere near as bad. And what are we actually doing? Actually, what the hell are we going to do this time? Actually, let's retry the stage and think about this. So, we didn't take damage, right? I don't think we took damage on the last run. Maybe I ran into something. Okay, no. All right, so what we need to do is not use a max fast City Dash Raider, get gold, enemy, and time. So time is probably going to need to be its own thing. We might be able to coattail money into it. No. I think money is just going to end up being a pretty similar run to what I have already done. Just, I guess. Actually, oh wait, I am so like muscle memory at this point, just playing this level, not even thinking about what I'm doing. Because like I said, I've been doing this for 30 minutes, and I'm getting a little tired. But it's fine. It's not like I have to go in early to work tomorrow for some dumb reason that's really dumb or anything. Not worried about that at all. we're just going to keep playing this cool video game and have a good time. So I'm not going to use Max Velocity Dash Raider. We're just going to gun straight for that golden enemy. So at least we'll knock out these two things, and I imagine we'll have to do gold as its own separate run, so, you know, just do 4 runs of this level as opposed to what could have been an optimal 3. But like I've said, I've been playing this for 30 minutes, and, you know, at this point, what does optimal mean? Does optimal mean, you know, should I be worried about the actual count, or should I be worried about, like, the time consideration? Because for the time consideration, you know, this is going to be much slower. And I could just turn around and do, like, all the money stuff. But since we're not using the Max Velocity Dasherator, we should probably just, like, get a move on and try to get out of the level. Because I'm not sure how tight the time is without the Dasherator. So we might as well just do our best and just see where we can get without the Dasherator. I'm going to be so upset if this ends up being a million attempts as well, because, oh boy, I do not think I got the steam left in me to do that. Oh boy, you know what we could have done? And I'm only now just thinking about it. We probably would have gotten the money if I had taken that top route on our previous run. And just turned around to break the stone blocks instead of doing what I did. And I had never considered that until, you know, it was far too late to even consider. So we'll just go ahead and get at it. And man, this level oh wait, how are you supposed to make that jump without the Dasherator? Is it just super tight and I just wasn't paying attention? I bet it's just super tight and I jumped too early, is what was happening there. Oh yeah, how the hell are you supposed to make that jump? So we're not allowed to use a Dasherator. I don't think there's an alternate thing we could have done. Maybe this jump is just the jump is just super tight. And by that I mean you have to play it like it's a platforming video game and not just kind of, I was gonna say mooping around, but mooping around, that doesn't mean anything. Why would I choose to say mooping around? Dooping around? I don't know. For some reason it's what the mouth and I guess also the heart would desire to say. So we'll just continue our escape out of here. The time didn't end up being as tight as I thought it would be for this Dasherator thing. For using no Dasherators, I thought would be a little bit harder than it was, or I assumed it would be a bit tighter than it ended up being. But that's fine. That's 2 goals. Now we just got to do time and money. Let's shoot for time for this next one, and I don't think we'll get money on this one. Just because, really. Well, okay. Well, my reason that I don't think we'll get the money on this one is getting the money. A lot of money is like locked behind things, and that'd be slow. And if we're just gonna dash out of here, we probably won't want to like be messing around with button puzzles and going back and forth. Excuse me. We'll just do our best and continue out. And I'm very quickly thinking about it, and honestly, accepting the win I got for that last one was probably in vain, because I imagine to get a lot of the money, we're going to end up taking the same route we took. So this, if anything, is just a reprieve for me to just come in here and like do these other missions rather than like actually being useful to me, because I probably am going to end up replicating my route that I took for the stone blocks to get money as well, and just probably take that that upper route for gold, which I assume that we probably could have just done on that first run and just gotten the gold, turned around, and been fine. And actually, I don't know how to get that gold. Well, I know how to get the gold. We need to just, you know, jump on the rope and then swing across the rope. I've just never done it, and now I'm very, you know, very conscious of my decisions and if like it'll work. So let's just go to the very end. We'll take the rope. Oh no, because no, I was gonna say if we take the rope then we stop dashing, but then we come in here, there's another Max Velocity Dasherator, and I was just almost about to muscle memory break all the blocks, and hopefully that didn't mess up our time, because what do we have to get out by? 1:55, I believe. We still got 30 seconds. I think we can make it, because we're not gonna futz around with all this stuff. We're just gonna continue on upwards and outwards, hope for the best. And I don't think we're going to make it this run, because we have to do the elevators, and the elevators are a little slow. I'll stand on the edge here just so we can get our best run up. And nope, that was too soon. Oh, okay, finally. Been doing this for so long, I almost gave up in this run when I messed up in the elevator room, but we've done it. Wait, why isn't thing It wasn't like, hey, you did the money. Okay, it's because it does the money thing here. I mean, we've done it. We can see it on the screen. We've done it. We've completed all Lowdown's missions. Lowdown depths, we're done. Except we're not done with the episode yet. I'm very tired. I've been doing that for a while. I've been in there longer than Ropey Jungle, longer than I was in the Gurgle Gulch. But I still think Gurgle Gulch might have been the most difficult thing I've done in this video game. That one just took a while since I had to do, an entire run every single time. So Hot Roderick race. We must beat the stage without taking damage. Beat the enemy before time runs out and knock back every tire. So this is going to be good. I'm pretty tired. Pretty ready to be done. But, now we have to fight Hot Roderick. And I think Hot Roderick is a cool race. But performing well in the motion control boss, maybe not. I'm maybe not in the best state for that. But that's fine, When are you in the best state of your life? Never. You're never ready for the Hot Roderick race. The Hot Roderick race is always coming at you when you're not ready for it. So we're going to take out the Sonic the Hedgehog mofo, and we're going to do a great job with our Punch Bucky and or Speed Bucket, whatever we ended up deciding to call it. Who cares? Who remembers? So we just need to not get hit, and I need to... Oh, I was trying to use the D-pad to go instead of the... Instead of motion controls. I was saying, motion controls, and I was like, why am I not going? So, it may be a good, that's a good sign. I'm just saying that's a good sign, so it's probably right. Would I lie? I would never lie, and by never lie, I mean constantly lying. Never told the truth in my life, which, of course, that's another lie, so I'm only 80. I don't need to be pushing the button that quickly. Just need to be safe about it. We just need to back off whenever he's going to spit out his flames, because, his flames will deal damage to us. We need to be careful, because we need to knock back every tire. He's not doing tires yet, so we don't have to worry about knocking back every wrench. Only really need to be on the ball once the wheel comes out. We need to be on the wheel, not even the ball. Balls have nothing to do with it. Wheels, everything. This is a race, so, of course. So I just need to... I'm getting a little closer than I would like to, but, it's fine. We'll come up here, We'll do our thing, punch the stuff back, zoom in for punchies, and be very careful about it. So at the very end, we also need to be very careful, because once you beat him, his car falls apart, which can deal damage to you, which will be a problem in the fight as well. You can knock back those parts as well, I believe. So once his car starts falling apart at the very end, we'll need to aura. This is going to be a whole lot of just we just need to aura everything we can. So just give it a good punch. And, there's not much we can do about this, because we need to I think you need to hit a certain amount of wrenches back. I'm not sure if he runs out of, his fuel boost with just time, or if it's wrenches knocked back. It always seems to me that it's wrenches knocked back. I wonder if it's a combination of the two. If it has a timer, but then it decrements additional time for wrenches knocked back, because I always notice it stop whenever a certain amount of wrenches get knocked back. Although, it's probably just wrenches, because otherwise, you wouldn't learn the main, gimmick of the boss fight until it was, probably too late. So, you should probably be making people knock the junk back. So it's probably tied to wrenches. Is the entire point of that ramble was, it's probably tied to wrenches. It seems like it's tied to wrenches, but then I started wondering, but what if it's not? And, I was like, he's going to get me with that. Damn, because the thing I thought it would go farther back and kind of aim where I was. But no, he kind of aimed for where I was going to be. He was very smart with that wrench. You're going to have to learn all the intricacies of his wrench, and also how to come very close to landing in that fire every single time. Just darting right up to the fire and not having too much of a concern about it. Now I'm starting to worry about it. I didn't think this boss fight would be too difficult. I thought it might be annoying with the the motion controls and such, but I'm starting to worry about the possibility of doing this all on one run, because honestly, the health is going to be the problem, because there's a lot of instances where I'm just going to get pegged in the face because I can't tilt the Wiimote fast enough. I can tilt the Wiimote just fine, but where I'm aiming is another story. And also, Wario doesn't aim as high up as I would like him to. We do have some pretty good range on that fist, and I can just kind of keep hitting it to it seems like my hurt box just stays out. So I can just keep hammering the button and maybe create a pseudo shield for myself like that. But if I the thing that sucks is aiming upwards also tilts me back. That's what kind of sucks about this. That your attack aiming and your movement aiming is tied together, it really blows. Like, you know, like a lot of the vehicles in the game, which I guess there weren't that many. It was just like what the rocket bucket, the unibucket, and probably another bucket. There's probably another bucket that I've totally forgotten about. I mean, there's the subwarine. But the subwarine, you know, your aiming and shooting makes a bit more sense in that one since you're shooting a missile. So it's like, oh, of course, the way I'm pointing. I mean, of course, you know, you could, you know, with the dual stick like configuration, you could do like a twin stick shooter kind of setup, which I guess is what I'm ultimately complaining about. Like, although this one's more, I think this one's more egregious than the subwarine. Oh, those wrenches. Those wrenches, I wonder if they home in a little bit. It just sucks because it's like I want to point up and punch, but I want to stay in place. I suppose I could, no, the D-pad doesn't really have much to do with it, does it? So I was going to say, I guess I could use the D-pad to kind of move in the direction a bit, but if I could use my D-pad at all, we wouldn't be in this scenario. And I'm like, I'm not even getting close to beating this boss. And like what, his first of, I guess 3 phases. The third phase is kind of like almost the third phase is almost a trap since like his like car falls apart and tries to get you at the very end, because once you get him in his third phase, you've won as long as you're not super low health and get pegged by all of his car bits, because I remember his car bits doing a fair amount of damage to us in the Let's Play. So maybe what I should be doing is just kind of hanging back. That's probably what I'm doing wrong, because I'm trying to get like close to him so I can like punch him, you know, so I can be ready on the... I'm trying to be quick on the draw. Or, excuse me, instead of being quick on the draw, I'm trying to be ready on the draw. What I should be doing is just kind of hanging back instead of worrying about, like, oh, I can't tilt up and, you know, back. I can't tilt up and stand still. That's irrelevant to what we want. What we want is we want to punch these wrenches straight into him. So we should be like this. We should only really be tilting for movement, because we want to be punching, like... I was going to say parallel with him, perpendicular. I can't even remember which one's which. Well, perpendicular's coming into it like at a corner, so it's parallel. We want to be going the same direction he is. So we need to give him a space. We'll just back up, you know, give him some room. We want to punch straight, so just always have the wrenches fly in front of us. Just kind of chill, you know. We don't need to worry about like, oh, I you know, protect myself by punching up. You know, that was a fool's thought, and by fool's thought I mean I had it just a few minutes ago, and that was a little bit risky, but I tilted the Wiimote around a whole lot, so it made it feel like I was really in control, but I'm not. But here we go. Here's the part that matters, because we need to hit every single one of these back. We cannot miss a single tire. I mean, we don't have to hit them with it, but we do have to punch the tires, and it's good that you can let it hit the ground, because otherwise this may be a problem for me in this particular moment of not doing very good at this. And I think he has one more round, or maybe we'll... his car's about to blow? Nope, his car's not about to blow up. I thought his car was going to blow up. I thought we got it. But it's fine. We can just punch back a few more tires. It'll be fine. It's no problem whatsoever. Especially since... Oh, yeah, this is the part we need to be careful with, because he's going to dash at us. I jumped prematurely, but luckily he had a little bit longer on the charge. Oh, right at the end! That's such a shame. Such a shame, because that makes us fail so many things. I mean, it's 2. I said 2, and then I was like, oh, that's so many. I mean, 2 is a majority of 3, but we were so close to the end right there. It was going so well, but it's fine. We figured this out. There's no reason to panic, no reason to be sad. I mean, in the moment, you know, you heard me like, oh no, making the epic gamer disappointed noises that we epic gamers do when the disappointment strikes. But you know, it's fine. We're doing our best here. I think we got him down. I don't think it's going to take all that long to figure him out. Granted, I knew lowdown deaths would be rough, but I also didn't expect it to take me like, oh god, I was like at that for like an hour and a half maybe. I don't know. I had to break up the recording, so it's hard to say how anymore, but it was at least an hour and a half. I ended up taking like I said, I broke up the recording. Took a break because I was like, oh my god, I'm getting tired. I need to recover some energy so I can fight the Hot Roderick and his race. This is the part where I need to worry about tilting the Wiimote up, because we got to hit all the tires back, and we'll hit this tire back. A, because we got to, and B, because we got to. There's not really much more reason other than we got to. Okay, so I need to be careful with this. I need to still give him the respect, but I also still need to hit him in the face with his tires, so we'll just hang back and punch some tires, and it's fine. It's fine if we miss a tire. We still have 30 seconds left. I think in terms of time, we're good. That time, I just waited for him to move instead of like trying to anticipate his movement. Figured that'd be... Oh, I thought he was coming down to get punched in the face. I think even he was like, okay, it's time to come and get punched in the face now. But no, it was not yet time. Okay, so his car's gonna fall apart. So I'm gonna punch. Oh no! Damn it! Damn! That does upset me. That one does upset me because I was even like, his car's gonna fall apart and it's gonna be a problem. Maybe for when his car falls apart. Maybe I should back off of him because my plan was, oh, I'm just gonna get up in his face and aura the things away. But no. Aura-ing is not the answer. The fist being able to go as fast as it can, it makes you like, ooh, I should do the JoJo's Bizarre reference adventure. But no JoJo's. This is a battle of precision and wits. This is a battle of speed, and by battle of speed, I mean we move at a set speed. So it's not really much of a race when you think it, like thematically. It's a race, but mechanically, not a race. Mechanically, it's a very precise battle of wits. This is like the game to replace chess. This is like chess 2. They invent Wario Land Shake It secretly has chess 2 in it, and nobody told anybody about it. They're like, oh shit, we developed chess 2. What do we do with it? And they're like, want to make a Sonic the Hedgehog character and make it a race battle? And they're like, we could say it's a race, but it's not really a race. You're not trying to well, I mean, I was going to say you're not trying to get in front of him and win, but I mean, ultimately, if you destroy his car, we're getting in front of him, and in the end, just by, we're destroying him. And who's to say how far away the checkpoint is? Perhaps the checkpoint is farther away than finish line, whatever you call it. The finish line's farther away than you could ever imagine, and we're just, defeating him before he, even gets a chance. It's also interesting, just thought about this, that the tire is the only one that the mission's tied to. It's not tied to the wrench. Damn it, I thought that would give us enough room. It's interesting that, it's only hit back tires. And I wonder why that is. I wonder if it was originally, you got to hit back everything, and maybe they went back on it these wrenches can be real sons of bitches, and they're like, the tires, if they hit the ground, they keep rolling, so it's not as you could lose the fight immediately. And it sucks. I was so tempted to maybe we should just take the win whenever we were so close to beating him. Excuse me. Because, we would have had time under our belt, but time doesn't seem to be much of an issue. I imagine I could probably play this slower, and I wonder if that'd be any better. Have I even done anything in this? I feel like the last, 5 attempts have just been me getting hit repeatedly by that first wrench. Going back on the first thing I learned about this fight, that we just chill. I'm getting too excited because we've gotten too close. I've gotten too close to tasting defeat, or tasting the opposite of defeat, victory. That one. I've gotten too close to tasting victory, and I'm getting a little impatient. But it's fine. We just chill. We wait for that wrench to come down. I don't feel like we dealt as much damage as we possibly could have, but it's fine. We're gonna be chill about it. We're gonna punch these wrenches back. I mean, if we miss one, it's fine. I don't want to miss one because I'm worried about time, because I don't feel like I did a ton of damage to him. That's got it. Yeah, I was like, there's no way that's within our hitbox range. Hitbox, hurtbox, who knows which one's which? I think hitbox is the one where you get hurt when it happens, and hurtbox is when you are doing the hurting. And nope, I was like, there was no way I could have backed up and then hit that. Backing up really sucks in this one. I'm not going to say that this is my least favorite vehicle just because it's a fun spectacle. In the submarine, I feel is just more egregious. But this is definitely the one that controls the worst. The submarine, for all the crap I give it, at least it angles properly. Like this just feels weird and unnatural. And I suppose that the unibuckets do the same thing, since the unibuckets are based on, it's basically just a unibucket with a punchy on it. So, I mean, there's that. It's just you don't have to worry about, the fist aspect. Once you get the fist aspect into it, it's a little strange. And also the timing aspect, because the unibucket segments, it's never if you don't back up in this certain amount of time, you'll be, we probably had enough leeway to, hit it, or enough leeway to get in there instead of trying to hit it back. I don't even understand anymore. It's fine. I don't feel like this boss fight's all that hard. The difficulty is grappling with Dewey mode, which, it's been, don't want to say a constant thorn in my side, but motion controls, they could probably be better. I feel like, That's not a hot take. This game's 7 years old, so absolutely not. 7? When did this game come out? 2008? Oh, 11. That's the number I meant. I meant the opposite of 7. 11. 7's friend 11. That's the one I meant. This game's 11 years old, so saying, hey, the motion controls in this Wii game, not a hot take at all. And like, it's a shame because I, in my heart of hearts, I don't think the motion controls are that bad, but they can definitely be a bit egregious. And you know, sometimes it's stuff like this where it's like, why are so many things mapped to the motion controls? It's like I can deal with one of them. Like, give me my movement and my aiming separately. If we could separate these, it'd be fine. Like even the submarine, like you can get some D-pad in there to do something. I can't remember because it's been 1,000 years since we finished the last submarine level, and we don't have to think about it anymore because in their ultimate wisdom, Good Feel was like, hey, should we put another submarine level in the bonus levels? And somebody like just murdered that person. They were like, no. Never say the word submarine to me ever again. Well, actually, submarine. It's a great, excellent word. Submarine, such a good joke. I mean, it is just a word, but you know, it's a funny word. Submarine. Haha. Because the M in marine turned up. It's like the Wario himself. It's fun. But damn, oh no, that's gonna hit me. I went in and then I knew it was gonna hit me before it was too late. I do not like his wrenches. His wrenches are bad. If we could just skip to the tire segment, that'd be fine. We've basically already beaten this boss. Like I said, his third phase is basically a trap. Like, haha, you did it so far. Why do you think you should win now, idiot? Because like, I don't feel like the challenges aren't too much of a problem. Like, you know, the health is really the kicker. That's the one that's gonna be a problem. Like, sure, I guess we can accept a win, like hitting all the tires back and just call it a day. And that one's going to hit me, so we'll just, you know, ease in on it. Hitting the tires back, not all that bad. Time, it seems like the time for this boss kind of, like, plays itself out. Like, we don't have to worry about, like, oh, am I going quick or not? And I'm actually not hitting him at all. So I should probably back up so I can get a good angle on him like this. I'm not really sure if it has to hit him or if it has to hit the engine. I feel like it probably has to hit the engine, but maybe that's just me being paranoid. Do we have 2 more cycles of this? I think one more cycle, or is this 2? I have no idea. I feel like it's 2 cycles of tire madness. Maybe there's a 3rd one in there that I've just forgotten. But oh, he's gonna do his attack, and we know the secret to this. We just wait for him to go. Keep my eyes open. Don't blink for just a second. Don't blink, and then, you know, just jump when he goes. It's not a problem. Oh, I didn't realize he was so close to being punched. So okay, so I'm gonna back up, and I'm gonna aura back here. Oh, see, it was okay. Well, at least I got hit. I was gonna say twice, but then I got hit a 3rd time. This boss fight. Hey, doing this boss fight and not getting hurt kind of sucks. There we go. There we go. I hate this boss now. I've decided that Hot Roderick is very bad. Giving it the double birds because I am... This is the grumpy episode. Boy howdy. Okay, so like, if it weren't for that very last attack from that boss, I would be like, yeah, you know, the motion control's a little obnoxious, but you know, whatever. You know, they're not that bad. Like, I don't like not being able to go... You know, like, I wish that the aiming and being able to go back were separated, and if only there was a 4-way directional pad that could somehow alleviate that stress. But, you know, it wouldn't be so bad if it weren't for that stupid last, like, the car falling apart thing. For some reason, that just kept getting me. So, this was the grumpy episode, and I was gonna name all of these episodes where we're doing like the special things, like oh, I'll name this one like after Rattle, and this one after Wiggle, and this one after Rock. And you know what, this one's the grumpy episode, also because I was having a hard time coming up with a wiggly name, which is a shame because wiggle, such a good word, Wiggle it is, but it doesn't matter because we're done. We're out of here. Get out of here. Goodbye, Hot Roderick Race. Your stupid last attack sucks. So let's see the bounty we've earned, the extra nutty chestnut. Some chestnuts just come out a little nuttier than the others. Stone hockey mask, a really heavy hosky mac. Let's see that puck get through this. Sapphire, a rare gem enrobed in blue flame, pretty but uncomfortable to wear as jewelry. Lion mane wig, like everyone, you've always wanted to look more like a lion. Admit it. Go on. Moonlight. Oh, I get it. Moonlight, yeah. Illuminate your desk with light from a real chunk of moon. Smells of cheese, though. Can't believe that joke set in the second I read it. BC bongo. The first bongo drums were made out of rock. Lousy sound, but they sure were durable. I want to know what do you think BC stands for in this context? I don't think Christ exists in the Mario universe. I hope Christ doesn't exist in the Mario universe. I bet there's a Super Mario Brothers episode, Super Mario Brothers Super Show episode about Jesus. There probably is. Oh, Lord.